Oh, all. Well, isn't that interesting? You'd never guess what the conspiracy nut got away with again, and how you and me and the rest of us have to pay his taxes. Donald Trump buried his late wife, the one that just died, on one of his golf courses. At the first tee, he buried her. You can't make this shit up. You know why he did that? It wasn't so he could be close to her or anything, because he never goes to that golf course. It was to get away from having to pay taxes. If you have a dead body on your land, you don't have to pay any federal or state taxes on it at all. So he came up with a really even better idea. He's going to bury bodies on every one of his golf courses so that he doesn't have to pay any taxes anymore on any of his properties. No, the people that have to pay for the infrastructure, the roads, any kind of pipelines, sewage line, and electric lines have to be paid by you and I, because Trump will be exempt from having to pay any taxes at all, because he buried his wife on one golf course. He's going to bury other people on other golf courses. Unbelievable. But speaking of burying people, human extinction isn't too far from us now, according to scientists. Let's go up here and do a video. Human extinction not being taken seriously enough by scientists say. Let's do an example over in England, what's happening. Driest July in England since 1935. Some parts of England saw the driest July since 1836. Most of England now has low river levels, which seriously impact on farmland and nature. Water companies are warning that restrictions on household water use may be introduced. The UK had 46.3 millimeters of rain, making it the 19th lowest total in July since 1836, when records began. See, we're seeing this all over the world, though. It's not just England. I'm just using them as an example of what's going on. Farmers are warning of the devastating conditions of the dry weather on crops. Crops that are being hit the most: potatoes, sugar beet, and maize. Scientists warn that wildlife species, including bumblebees and birds, struggle to cope. So there you go, if you wonder why there's no birds around, or very few. The current dry conditions were preceded by the driest January to June since 1976, putting further pressure on water reservoirs and the land. It's the younger generations who are going to be left with this mess. Now here in the U.S., they just passed well, they haven't passed it yet. They're thinking that they're going to be getting a bill through that's going to give us the biggest environmental bill ever put out in the U.S. But let's not forget what it cost us. It cost us a whole bunch of new gas, oil, and other fossil fuel infrastructure that's going to be put in to carry tar sands oil down to Mexico for sale, because it's so dirty they can't sell it in the U.S. So they're going to pipe it all the way down to Texas, offload it, and sell it to other different countries who don't have as restricted laws as us. They're also putting in natural gas pipelines and oil pipelines, and also there's going to be a huge increase in more drilling on public lands. That's all given to them so that we can have a few wind farms and a few solar panels. That's all we get out of it. Hardly anything at all, really, if you think about it. Boy, I keep hearing all these noises there and there. So don't think that the Manchin bill is anything great. It's actually a negative because of all the fossil fuels that will be opening up, and we're not leaving it in the ground like we're supposed to avoid the worst of climate change. Scientists are saying that as well. Don't get all excited over this bill, because it's actually worse for us than it is better. So with that, I'm going to head on out. They say we're supposed to have some sprinkles because of monsoon weather. I don't think they're going to happen. And I appreciate all your ups, the new subscribers, and definitely the comments down in the comments section. So, until next time.